Bonjour, je suis aujourd'hui avec George Shepherd, je vais vous le présenter, c'est un super web entrepreneur, il va nous expliquer ce qu'il fait. Hi George.
Hey Aurélien, good to see you.
You're part of the Plat group.
Yes.
So tell us, because we've got French people watching, I'd like you to explain how you started on the web, because you've been working online for
Almost 10 years.
10 years. And actually it's quite impressive because the first time I heard Joe's credential, you own how many websites?
Over 1,000.
1,000. So that's many websites. Plus, I think you've got a lot of domain names, right? You're into
Correct.
domaining.
Yep. Yes.
So are you currently making money out of the domain name?
Yeah, there's several different ways that I make money with my domains. Either I'll build a website on those domains and make money on a regular basis. I'll build a brand on some of the domains.
All right.
Some of the ones that are more strong, like survivalist.com, single word domains, drum.com, these types of things.
Yeah.
And other sites, I actually just buy to resell. You know, I find a good opportunity, just like real estate, and I wait for someone to come along and want to buy those. Flipping website
That's
domains,
how it's called.
just the domain names, right?
About the website, the way you make money out of your website, is it only with advertising, or you do email marketing and then trying to sell some offers, affiliate products, or creating your own products? What's your favorite strategy, you know?
Well, of course, there's many different ways that we go about making money, but my favorite strategy is to build a business that runs without you, using an email list. So if you can actually get someone to give you their name and email, or just their email, in exchange for something of value, information that they're looking for, then you're adding value to them, and they're going to be hanging on your every word. They're going to be really interested in what you have to offer. So in your autoresponder sequence, you actually would set up different offers throughout the process of giving them more information, giving them more value. Something I learned from Alex Mandossian was a system which we go give, ask. So you give many times in the beginning to develop rapport and develop reciprocity. So they want to do something for you since you've done so much for them. And then ask them to do something. Ask them for a favor. Review something for you. Get into your pre-launch sequence. Start talking about maybe a product that you'd recommend that you might be an affiliate of. Those types of things. And then you can earn a commission.
So you're good at creating websites, promoting them, creating traffic, but you're good as well at writing follow-up sequences, email sequences as well? You're good at it?
I would hope so.
I guess so.
So one of the tips I would give as far as writing email sequences is be very conversational. Most people get into this idea of they're repeating what they've heard on a sales pitch before, and you don't want to be selling in an email. What you want to be doing is giving someone something of value. How many emails, think about yourself, you've gone through and just been like delete, because you know all they're going to be doing is pitching you a product. But when you use a unique subject line like, dude, you have to see this, or wow, new video, must see, something like that. It's not a pitch. You don't think of it as a pitch, as opposed to 50% off. Today only. You know that you're going to get pitched for something.
So what would be a very simple email follow-up sequence? Like you're going to send information day one, then?
Okay, so there's many different ways of doing this. Typical would be give the information day one. I would wait two days or so, have a follow-up email saying, hey, I know I sent you this information, I just wanted to get your feedback. Would you mind coming to this blog post that I set up and actually leaving a comment of how you were able to use this or put it into your business? Day 4, day 5, I would send them an email saying, hey, there's something else I learned that I want to share with you that's related to the subject that we were talking about, another tip. So you give them a few different tips and you start that conversation. Imagine it being a conversation that actually lasts days instead of minutes that you'd have with somebody. So you just break those questions up into a sequence, or those actions into a sequence that you can actually distribute over time. And then maybe a week later, you let them know that, hey, this information that we've been sharing, I found a program, or I have a program that actually takes us to the next level. I thought you might want to know about this. I feel almost obligated to tell you since obviously you're interested in these types of things.
All right, so you're going to give content for about 1 week and then start maybe pitching an offer.
Yeah. You can also space that out. It doesn't have to be 1 week. It could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
That's right.
Some people say that the longer you delay the pitch, the longer you delay the sale, the more money that you're going to get.
I I don't know, because then you delay the responsiveness of the
Too,
people.
yeah, there's that opposite
yeah.
thing. There's a sweet spot. So if you delay it too long, what you end up doing is training your list
Yeah.
not to buy, and you don't want to train them not to buy, but you want to make sure that you give them enough value so they trust you and they know that your stuff is going to be good.
And you have like follow-up sequences for how long? Like I guess for some of your website, like for very long, right?
52 weeks.
52 weeks.
Yeah.
Like 1 year. All right.
Yeah.
There is a. By the way, have you read Andre Chaperon's course, Autoresponder Madness?
That's my next purchase I'm going to be making.
All right, because I read it. It's awesome.
I hear so many good things about it in the Plat group. People being able to actually put it to use and just completely blow their conversions up.
Yeah,
So,
he's a cool guy, and he's got a product where he teaches people how to write autoresponder sequences that like tell a story, like give great content so that people are expecting the email, you know. So it's a good product, and I'd be glad to know what you think about it.
yeah, I mean, number one is getting the email opened.
Yeah.
You know, after getting it to them, I mean, they have to see it has to arrive in their box. So
Yeah.
you got to make sure you don't use certain words through the process that might get filtered, and then you got to grab their attention because, like for me, I opened my email box up today. I had 1,194 emails in it just because I haven't checked my email for 2 days, and most of that was junk. I think I saved 5 emails out of all those 1,100 domain emails, and I just went through and just check to delete.
So all of that was actually just a part of Joel's business, because you've been working a lot about Amazon recently. You told me like you've got like some good recurring income, like several $1,000s a month.
Yep.
Could you just explain, like, basically, we don't have to go into details, but like your strategy, because it's quite clever, because really you're gonna use the leverage of other people's work to create some recurring income. So what is it
Right.
about?
The subject is pretty deep as far as the neat little techniques that you can apply.
Yeah.
But the way for anyone, if you say you wanted to get started and test some of these strategies out, is just go to Amazon itself and then go into the Kindle bookstore. And there's a search box at the top. You just type in the search box, how to,
Yeah.
and then the keyword of the niche you want to be involved in, or just the keyword of the niche. You'll find all these different books and suggestions that Google does the same thing as Amazon. It will auto-suggest different things that people are actually looking for. So you take a look at what's actually out there. You'll find that there are books on pretty much everything. And because Amazon, if you own a Kindle, you can only buy Kindle books, pretty much. So they have a database of 1 million or more credit cards. I'm sure it's multiple millions.
It is.
They're looking to buy something, and they're there at Amazon's website because they want to buy. I don't know if you just go to browse on Amazon, but most people don't. They're looking for something specific. And if you've got a Kindle, if you're in the Kindle store, you're looking to buy information.
Yeah.
So if you can take that information, it could be just a series of articles that you pull off the internet, and maybe you rewrite those, or you take a collection and turn them into some sort of a compendium or volume of information on a subject.
Actually, most of the people watching certainly have a blog, and they could like
Perfect.
compile a few articles and create a book out of nowhere.
Exactly. It's not difficult to do the writing. You can hire people on Fiverr, on Freelancer. You can even hire them in the Philippines. A website that I recommend is onlinejobs.ph. Definitely put them through the paces to make sure that they speak the language, or that they can write in your language well,
Yeah, because the
they
thing
might
is
not.
that since we're French, we don't have like guys from the Philippines as you do, you know. So for us, it's a bit more difficult to get like good content for cheap.
A lot of college kids are looking for extra ways of making money.
Exactly.
There are people all the time looking for jobs. Right now, in the economy that we have throughout the entire world, having a job is an asset for a lot of people. But what's more of an asset is running your own business, in my opinion, because you can never be fired from your job, which is amazing. You're in total control of your destiny. So
Much better.
that's what I would recommend to do, because if you have other people working for you, think about this. The person that owns the company, they don't have to worry about losing their job, right? Because they're bringing people in to work for them. If you put yourself in that power position, you can let people go, you can hire those people that you want in your tribe as your people, your community, and it only adds to your growth potential, and not just on a monetary level, but as a person.
Plus, when you're a business owner, you get access to a different level of people, so you get a much better network, you know. So in case of your business go sour, you've got many more opportunities, I'd say.
Right. People will come and go. That's just...
But let's go back to the Amazon business. So tell
Sorry.
us the whole picture, you know,
Yeah.
the way you do it, because with this strategy, you've been able to generate several $1,000s a month recurring revenue. So, all right, so you find a topic that people might be interested in, and then what?
And then I go about creating a book, because
Yeah.
that's where we kind of started down. You know, if you don't want to write it yourself, you can have someone else write it.
That's right.
Another way of doing that same concept is maybe you're not a writer. You know that you're no good. You know, I own magazines, but I'm not a really great writer. I have some spelling problems, I'll admit that. But I find people that are better than me at those things. You can just do an audio. Maybe you take an audio like what we're doing here, or an interview, and you just have it transcribed.
That's right.
How easy is it to have an interview with somebody and just transcribe it into a book, put the book up on Amazon, and you can sell it?
Definitely.
Price points can range anywhere from 99 cents to 25 or 30 bucks
So,
for digital content.
so right now, how many books you have on Amazon selling?
I think I have 7 or 8.
7 or 8?
Yeah, that's it.
No more.
That's it, 7 or 8.
Oh wow, I thought it was because you're gonna release a lot more.
Right now I have a lot of my content writers, and they're working on specifics, like the technique I told you earlier about typing in how to and then your niche
Yeah.
keywords. I had them go through, we created 30 different book lists of these are the things they're going to do in the niche that I'm in. One of the keys to making this work is to leverage the traffic, the authority, and if you have a list, which is very important, that list to go and check out this book, to get it for free and to review it. There's a whole process that we go through in order to make this happen. But it'll boost you high in the rankings for that particular search term. You want to make sure that your book is exactly the keyword that people are searching for, and that helps you rise to the top as far as what's Amazon's concerned about. Same with Google. You want to be very SEO friendly when it comes to that.
So to your writers, you give them the title of the book you want, and then
Yeah.
they're free to write the content.
They do the research. Of course, I check it to make sure that it's not garbage, but if it's a good book and it's well written, think about this. When you're searching for information, you don't want all this information. The only thing you want is what you're searching
A
for.
specific one, right? That's
So
right.
if you can deliver that to them, the book doesn't have to be 150 pages
That's
like
right.
what we're used
It's
to.
even better if it's shorter, you know, so you can get through.
Get to the point.
Exactly.
One of the keys that I use for all my writers, even in my magazines, is make every word earn its place. No junk words.
That's what I do. No fluff.
No
That's
fluff.
what I do on my blogs, you know.
And people
That's very
appreciate
important.
that.
Exactly. People appreciate the fact that you respect the time.
That's the most important. They don't have the time these days.
Exactly.
They want it now. And that's one of the powers of Kindle. Because if they're looking for that information now, say for example, how to make moonshine. I mean, that's what? Are you serious? How to make your own liquor? People are looking how to do that. Maybe they want to just make a composting toilet, for example, because they don't have running water. They're a camper.
Yeah.
You know, they want to know exactly how to do that. They don't care about these other solutions that might be out there. They just want to know how to make a composting
That's very
toilet.
precise. That's right. So how many books are you planning on releasing in the following weeks or month?
Right now I'm planning on releasing 2 to 3 books a week
All right.
for the next year.
And do you have a target goal in revenue?
Not yet. Not for this particular thing, because we just started doing some testing on this. We started on Amazon in February
Yeah.
of this last year. So we've been doing this for about 11 months or so, 9 or so. And we've tested a lot of different ways of making this happen.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure this is a stable stream. I mean, to be in all honesty, a lot of people will try to sell you a program at one point that may be a flash in the pan. This loophole works right now, but it's not something that's going to keep on going. It's not a continuity thing that you can count on for a long-term business.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that this is a long-term business before I brought it to our group and before I started introducing other people to this concept.
Oh, I get it. All right.
You know, because I have to test the stuff too. I don't feel good about giving information out that I haven't personally tested as well.
But I mean, you told me you had some results already, like some tangible, like making several thousand dollars a month.
And the first month I think we made like $300, and I was like, okay, maybe. The next month we made like $2,500,
Wow.
and then we went up to like $3,000. Then we
That's
went to
good.
$5,000, and it usually for our books, we release one book every other month. That's it for the last so often. That's why we got I think 7 or 8 books or so, and our revenue has really not dropped below $2,500. I mean, that's been, and I don't do anything.
So you're thinking you might get up to 10, more than 10, 15,000.
You asked me for a revenue goal. I'm shooting for close to 30.
Wow.
Once
That
we
would
get
be
these books
awesome
done.
if you can make it.
With the key, in my opinion, to business is you can drive yourself crazy trying to do product launch after product launch or new product after new product, but you need to create something that's just got some staying power, that's automated revenue.
Yeah, but if you create products, then you can put them on sale like automatically. You know, I mean, I'm not
Evergreen,
talking about the big
right.
products, right? So you can do it too.
It's a feeder system. There's a lot. You need to just have more than one thing, but you don't want to get overwhelmed in the beginning.
But in your strategy, you told me what's very important is to have a list so you can promote the book onto your list first, so you get like some sales, some reviews. Then Amazon is going to notice it. Then it's going to improve the ranking, and then it's going to sell naturally, organically, right? That's your
Correct.
strategy. So can we imagine that somebody who doesn't have a website, doesn't have a list, he can set up a blog, write some optimized content, optimized article, generate some traffic, have people opting in on the list, and then promoting to this book? I thought about it yesterday, you know? Do you think it's possible?
Absolutely. Actually, this is done the right way. This is probably the easiest way for people out there to build a list. I'll give you a real simple step-by-step approach to what I would do if I had to start completely over.
Sure.
No list, no nothing. I just had an idea for a book. You do the research. You figure out what you want to do. Make sure that it's an actual market people are looking for information in.
Yeah.
Have the book written. Format it for Kindle. Put it up on Kindle. The first thing I would do is I'd put it into what they call the KDP program. KDP means that you can launch it for free, and it's only on Amazon. It's exclusive, so you can't put the book out there as a free giveaway or sell it anywhere else. It has to be on Amazon Kindle only. So you put it up there and you launch it for 3 or 5 days. Now the way you get traffic to that is there's a number of websites that are freebies. People are looking for free Kindle books, and just type in Google free Kindle books, or just type in Kindle books. You can put listings on these websites for free because it's user-generated content. They're looking for more information, forums, things like that. You can also find other people in your niche that have content blogs or content, websites or whatever. The proper way to market to people is to give them information, to give them free stuff so they feel that reciprocity to give back when you ask them. And you can just come to them straight up and say, hey, I've got a really great book on XYZ. I'd love for you to review it. If you like it, also, could you send an email out or post something on your website? Now these people might have an email list of 100,000 folks. They might also have a website that gets 1.2 million visitors a month. How valuable would that be that you're giving them something for free that they can give to their list that they're going to appreciate?
That's right.
I mean, you don't need to have a list to have a business at this point.
Plus, you told me you want to do an experiment. It's translated in French, one of your books. I'm going to sell it on Amazon and we'll see how it goes.
Yep, that's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, so you know what? We see next time how it goes for you, and you'll tell us how it went.
Absolutely.
Thank you, George, for everything. Wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.